welcome along to W3L Wrestling Showdown, here as always on the W3L network. Thank you for joining us, thank you for subscribing, thank you for being part of 7 Deadly Sins yesterday. It was an historic event, as I'm sure you know if you were there. The big news is that the man that survived professional wrestling's toughest tournament was the Rock and Roll Express Blondie Barrett. This means, of course, that Barrett will get himself a shot at the W3L Heavyweight title in the main event of Resolution 11 later in the year. We'll be telling you more about that in the weeks to come. But let's not forget, we're going to be in Pettiker Bay later on today for all the 7 Deadly Sins Fallout. But that's for later on. How about now? How about right now here on Wrestling Showdown? We're going to kick off by taking you down to the ring and leaving you in the hands of Lucian Maynard Smith, because yes, the House of Smith rears its head once again. Who will his guest be? What will happen? Let's find out by heading down to ringside for the House of Smith.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lucian Maynard Smith. And I am a very proud Englishman. An Englishman that gives to you greetings from the House of Smith in this overpriced village known as Edinburgh. And I have a guest today. That guest is your W3L Heavyweight Champion, Nathan Reynolds. Nathan Reynolds, there is no doubt in your mind, in the minds of all these people watching in this building, online, and everywhere else in between, you are the longest reigning W3L champion in history. You are the current W3L Heavyweight Champion, and there is no doubt that you are a future W3L Hall of Famer. But there is one more little thing. Mr. Reynolds here got injured in his ladder match with Mike Musa, and doctors have not yet cleared him to defend his championship. So Nathan Reynolds is here to forfeit his W3L championship. Keep going, but I'll start with smiling for a bit. That's all about part of the summer. But you're right. W3L Heavyweight, a lot of matches might do so. I've done something pretty mischievous to me. Been in the hospital, had my leg slapped and split, been to a fracture clinic, been to physiotherapy, been for an MRI scan, and yeah, it's not looking good. The doctor just kind of said that I can't really compete. And you know what? I made myself a promise, and I made you guys, every W3L fan, a silent promise when I won this belt. If I can't defend this belt, I'm not fit to be your champion. So, with that in mind, I'm here to make an announcement. Nathan.
Why don't you, for once in your life, just tell the truth? You see, you're just like each and every person in this audience tonight. You're afraid. You're nothing but a coward. So, Nathan, my old boy, you came here tonight knowing I was going to take that time away from you, back to where it belongs. So he came out here with his little sob story, and all you monks fell for it. The truth of the matter is, you had absolutely no chance of defending that belt, so you got some little dodgy doctor to write a little zip line for W3L management. So what you have to do right this minute second is get this punch out of the ring, lay that belt down, apologise to these people for being a coward, and give me my belt. Give me the belt. Give me my belt. These people want to see a true champion operate. And I'm the only man in this building worthy of holding that title. So what you have to do is give me my belt. Am I right? Listen to the people. Give me the belt! Nathan, I want you. Give me my belt! Give it to me! Oh yeah! So, I take it like that. Here in Edinburgh, you do a set balls, and it's going to be me and you one-on-one for that title.
Another eventful House of Smith, ladies and gentlemen. And I've been told that pending W3L management coming to some agreement with the still technically injured Nathan Reynolds, if they can find some way around this, we will be seeing Reynolds facing James Scott for the heavyweight title next week here on Wrestling Showdown. So make sure you have subscribed Now we had 7 deadlifts induced today. We're in Pettiker Bay later on today, but we still have more live events coming your way this month. Some at the end of this week, most notably in Oban this coming Thursday, in Bedlington on Friday, and then both Hexham and Catterick for 2 shows on Saturday. Then the week after that we're in Jedburgh on Thursday, and Friday May 26th we're going to be in Musselburgh, so do not miss out on any of these events. You can of course get your tickets from our website, but I'll tell you about that later on. Now I think it's high time we had a match, something planned. And speaking of plans, this involves the Contingency Plan, the Tag Team Champions, and they're going to be taking on Liam Thomson and Big Dave Jeremi. I'm sure you saw Championship Showdown not all that long ago right here on the W3L network. This is a rematch, considering that the plan had to cheat to win that contest and retain their title. But will the outcome be any different this week? Let's all find out together as we get down to ringside as the Tag Team Championship is on the line.
The W3L Tag Team Championship! And first of all, your challengers are combined with a 445 pounds. First, from Livingston, Big Dave Jeremi! And tag team partner from Edinburgh, bad boy, Liam Thomson! And introducing their opponents from Glasgow, occupied with 385 pounds, they are the W3L Tag Team Champions, and Deputy Divers, they are the Contingency Plan.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joe Fordyce here with you on Wrestling Showdown. The tag team title is on the line as the Contingency Plan defends against Liam Thomson and Big Dave Jeremi. Now, you may not have noticed this, but the Contingency Plan haven't actually brought the tag team title belts to ringside with them. This was apparently their choice. They decided that there was no way they were losing these belts. I'm not sure where they put them. I am sure that management are going to have something to say about the fact that the belts are nowhere to be seen. But should Thomson and Jeremi win this match and become the new champions, I'm sure they'll get those belts for them as soon as we can. There's Taylor Bryden and Liam Thomson lock up. You'll know that of course this is a rematch from our Championship Showdown special back in March. These two teams met for the tag title. It was the Contingency Plan that retained them, although it did take a fair bit of cheating to make that happen. Remember, Dave Jeremi got a hit with the tag team title belt. So of course W3L management decided that a rematch was in order. They finally put this one together, and we shall see what each team has learned from the other. So another corner over tackle straight in the waist up by Liam Thomson, and he takes down Taylor Bryden. These two men have fought a couple of times before. They're no real strangers to each other. Certainly last time out at Championship Showdown, Thomson and Jeremi, to the best of anyone's knowledge, had never teamed up before. So it seemed like a really odd team with a very makeshift tag team. But it did pretty well during the match. And of course they've had a couple of months since then to work on their teaming, to improve their ability as a unit. And we'll see how that goes in this match. Can they make it stick this time? Can they get the victory over the Contingency Plan, become the new tag team champions? Liam Thomson nicely reversing that wrist lock. Such a talented man as Liam Thomson. You talk about versatile. He's a tremendous technical wrestler, the holds or the counters, and can fly really well. He's such a difficult opponent to beat. He of course faced a contingency plan at Remedy last year. There was an impromptu 6-man tag match, which Liam Thomson was part of. So I mean, he does know what the plan are like to go up against, and he's clearly got their number as he's got the better of Taylor Bryden right now. For a pinfall early, but maybe a bit too quick in the match for that. Of course, the ideal strategy in a tag team match, of course, is to keep the fresh man in the ring at all times, keep your opponent the one that's most worn down in your side of the ring. We'll see if either team employs this strategy, as Thomas Kearns making the break and Taylor Bryden neglected the break cleanly. I'm sure that's no surprise to anybody. Has to take the cheap shot to try and get the advantage, who's clearly being out-wrestled, and Bryden's no slouch either. But Thomson's just that level above most people. He's so good, because Bryden had to use that closed fist, and he's got the headlock on. Dave Jeremi rallying the troops at ringside, getting the crowd behind Liam Thomson, quite rightly too. And we saw the contingency plan earlier, Bryden and Divers, that is, attacking Nathan Reynolds, as Taylor Bryden just knocks Liam Thomson down with that running shoulder block. The plan always have that pack mentality where one is, the other two are generally not that far behind. As Liam Thomson, a nice evasion there. And a big body slam on Taylor Bryden. And drops a leg. So he goes in for the cover. But Taylor Bryden getting out of that one. Certainly you want to, I would think, win this match as quickly as possible. And Liam Thomson now racking up the near fall attempts. Pinfall after pinfall here. And we've got our first tag of the match. Here goes Big Dave Jeremi. More powerful man on his team, the most powerful man in the match bar none. I'm pretty sure that pound for pound he lifts more than anybody else in this match. Could probably lift both the contingency plan at the same time, with the thought. You can see he makes the tag again. There's that quick tag strategy I was just talking about. And yet again another tag. And it's clear that Thomson and Jeremi have obviously been working on their double teaming, working on their tag team wrestling. And they could be a sleeper here, because I'm not sure the last time the contingency plan necessarily took them seriously. Probably thought, here's two guys, never teamed up before as far as they're aware, who are like a makeshift team coming up against us. They won't be able to get the better of us. I think they maybe took them by surprise as Bryden gets out again. That's why they had to use the title belt to get the victory. And maybe they're thinking this time, well, it was just a fluke, this will be different. But perhaps not. Perhaps Thomson and Jeremi are going to surprise the contingency plan by being the more fluid team. Jeremi just taking his time, setting up Bryden, and another leg drop. Took one from Liam Thomson, one from Dave Jeremi. But the match still continues here. Jeremi's probably the person in this match with the least experience. It's kind of hindered him in some matches in the past. Like just now, he didn't notice the blind tag, and Dickie Divers blindsiding him from behind and takes out Liam Thomson as well, just in case Jeremi was going to try and get to the corner. And Dickie Divers, I mean, you want to define the word arrogant. I mean, it's him. See Liam Thomson charging in. He's irate. He was on the apron. He was trying to work a normal tag team match, have a sporting contest, and Divers just assaulted him for no reason. Jeremi launched in the corner, and Divers crashes in. It's a big man to be kicking, and Taylor Bryden, that spinning leg laddy, the height he got on that. This could spell the end for Big Dave Jeremi, but not quite. And now the plan, reversing the strategy of their opponents. They've now got Jeremi in the corner. They're using rapid tags, wearing him down. And again, this match is going to be interesting to see what each team has learned from the other. In the months and weeks that have gone past since they last met. There was a knee drop right in the eye. That could crack an orbital socket. And of course, if Jeremi's eye were to swell up there, and a jumping one, now if his eye swells up, he's going to limit his vision badly. He's going to struggle to see, and he's going to lessen his effectiveness in this match. So perhaps a sneaky, although within the rules, of course, move by Dickie Divers. And say you want about the contingency plan, you may not like their methodology, you may not like the way they break the rules, that they cheat at every opportunity, but it has to be said, they are a success. They're currently in their third reign as tag team champions. Of course, it's Divers, Bryden and James Scott. Any combination of three can defend the belts, so these two are doing quite well. And you can see that with Bryden and that dropkick, just cutting off Jeremi's momentum. That's, as I said before, maybe where Jeremi lacks slightly as Bryden now knocks Liam Thomson off the ring apron. There's that inexperience of Dave Jeremi. Every match a learning curve for him right now. Liam Thomson's been held back by Thomas Kerrins. He is fuming because it's twice now he's been attacked on the apron for no reason. He can see his partner being double teamed, whereas Thomas can't because he's got his back to the action. But Thomson needs to stay on the apron, and it's sometimes where your temper gets the worst of you, where it makes things difficult for your tag team partner. Divers has got hold of the referee as Bryden just throttles Dave Jeremi. And all of Jeremi's power, and he is a powerful man, doesn't help him when he's lying on the mat. He can't pick you up, he can't suplex you, he can't throw you around when he's flat on his back being stomped on. But you see, he keeps fighting every time he's up. Couple of shots to Bryden there, but one shot from Bryden took him back down. And Jeremi has pretty much had the worst of it in this match. And Dickie Divers drops that knee. It's a judgment call. Was it a low blow? Was it the inside of the thigh? It's hard to say. Still doesn't keep Dave Jeremi down for long enough though. I think we're seeing a little frustration from the contingency plan here. There's Divers going for your powerbomb of some kind. Jeremi's a big man, 245 pounds. And he used it to good effect. He sends Divers flying, and he went for the tag, but Divers cut him off. And you see Thomson wandering up and down, trying to get the crowd to give that energy for Dave Jeremi to feed off the audience so he can make that tag. Liam's going to explode in the ring if he gets this tag. But wanting the tag and getting it are two different things, because Jeremi is currently in no man's land here. But he avoids Divers, and he hooks him up and gives him a D-bone suplex. It's a good way to turn the tide. I'm not sure that Dave Jeremi knew what he was doing. I think it was more instinct. I'm actually surprised he was able to throw him around, considering the beating that he's taken. And now both men need to make a tag. They're on opposite sides of the ring. Divers is a bit closer, and he makes a tag to Taylor Bryden. And Liam Thomson comes in as well, and now he knocks Divers off the apron. The whole building shakes here. And all that pent-up frustration Liam Thomson's had to watch as his tag team partner has been double teamed and battered by the contingency plan. Northern Light suplex, see the height he got on that one. But Taylor Bryden's still able to kick out, and Liam Thomson, he wants to put the contingency plan in their place, wants to firmly put an end to their tag team title reign. I've said before that Thomson's possibly the best man never to have been W3L Heavyweight Champion. He's never held the tag title either, but that could all change. Bryden stumbling, and a beautiful flying dropkick. And Liam Thomson pulls away from the ropes. Great strategy. This could be the end of it. But somehow Taylor Bryden getting out. I thought that would have ended it. A less man would have been beaten. Oh, and an Enzugiri. Dicky Divers kicks Liam Thomson in the back of the skull, but Dave Jeremi's in and he's biding his time. He's waiting for the plan, and a double clothesline. One thing you can definitely say about Jeremi is he uses his mask to great effect. Nothing always too flashy, but knows exactly where to put it and make the most of it, gain the most damage from it. And that clothesline has resulted in both Divers and Bryden going to the floor, and I think they look like they're about to walk away. They're recovering on the floor, and Liam Thomson with the tope right in the camera almost, not giving the champions a moment's respite. Liam Thomson flying out the ring and wiping out the contingency plan. Obviously he can't win the belts on the floor, however this has definitely given Jeremi and Thomson the edge, and the fight is continuing right outside the ring. The Divers raking at the eyes of Dave Jeremi, and this fight's still continuing. He's got out of hand. Thomas Kerrin's doing everything he can here. Oh, and Divers and Bryden collide, and Kerrin is calling for the bell. I think it's been a count out. So I was right, they've won the match.
So still, your tag team champions, the Contingency Plan.
So it may not be a title victory for Thomson and Jeremi, but it's certainly a moral victory, and I'm sure these two teams are going to meet at some point in the future, no doubt here on Wrestling Showdown.
That count-out victory means that Liam Thomson and Big Dave Jeremi win the match, but not the titles. That's one match apiece these teams have won, so surely there must be a third match in the offing at some point. Stay tuned to Wrestling Showdown, stay tuned to our website and our Facebook and all that for more details as and when that will happen. Now, I mentioned before the tag match, we've got live events this week. Oban, Bedlington, Hexham and Catterick. We've got events next week, Jedburgh and Musselburgh. But we've got even more events coming your way. Yeah, that's right, our laurels get no rest. So on Friday, June the 16th, we'll be back in Wester Hailes in Edinburgh. Saturday, June 17th, we go to Grangemouth, and then Sunday, June 18th, we are in Haddington for the first time in quite a while, I think. These are more fantastic opportunities for you to see us live, because nothing beats seeing W3L live and in the flesh. To get your tickets, you can visit our website. Go to w3lwrestling.com. If you use the coupon code SHOWDOWN, you'll get 20% off. I say it every week, make sure you're using it. You'll save yourself a little money off your tickets. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to this channel and use the hashtag W3L Wrestling Showdown. And make sure you're here next week, because you saw the House of Smith, and I am told that W3L management are going to put this match together. Nathan Reynolds, James Scott, the heavyweight title, it's going to be explosive.